This might be the lowest cost service business that nobody's talking about. You can start with under $200, no license in most areas, and people will happily pay you to do it. In this video, I'm breaking down the exact equipment you need to start a pooper scooper business, and I'm giving you multiple setup options. From beginner to advanced, I'll show you exactly how much each setup costs, how it affects your efficiency, and how you can scale up over time. And if you want to see my full tutorial including the exact equipment list, a marketing plan to make $20,000, and how to price and sell this service, and the most common mistakes to avoid, just click the first link in the comments section and description. But before we get into it, there are two things that you need before starting any business, because the difference between struggling and actually making money comes down to having the right systems from day one. First, you need a way to manage everything in one place: quotes, invoices, customer follow-ups, without juggling spreadsheets or forgetting to send invoices, and for that I recommend QuoteIQ. It's designed to handle everything you need to stay organized and professional so that you can focus on making money, not on paperwork. It's the best business management software for the home service industry. And number two, you need paying customers, because without customers you have no business and you're making no money. If you guys want to learn how I got my first $20,000 in customers without spending the money on ads, passing out flyers, cold calling, or even knocking on doors with just 5 minutes of work a day from my phone, then check out my lead flow generator course. It'll be the second link in the comments section and the description. With that being said, let's go ahead and jump into the video. Now let's talk about what it actually costs to start a business like this. The truth is, this is one of the lowest barrier to entry services that you could ever get into. You don't need a truck, you don't need expensive equipment, and you don't need to rent space. You can run it out of your truck, your garage, or even your bike if you had to. But just like anything else, you can start lean or go in with more professional setups depending on how far you want to take it. So here's how I'd break it down into 3 levels. Tier number 1, let's imagine that your budget was like under $100. This is for someone who just wants to test the waters. You're keeping it super simple but still professional enough to take on real paying jobs. Here's what I'd start with: a basic pooper scooper with a rake and a pan, about $20 to $30 on Amazon, or you can go and find it at your local pet store. A roll of heavy duty trash bags. You don't want filthy, flimsy dollar store bags tearing mid-job. Disposable gloves. Hygiene matters, especially when you're doing stuff like this. A 5-gallon bucket with a lid to contain the smell and mess until you get to a trash bin. Once again, optional though, a cheap branded t-shirt, not required, but it makes you look way more legit if you're showing up clean and looking like you're put together. You can get started with less than $100 and make that back your very first day. Tier number 2, this is professional solo setup, about $250 to $500. This level is for someone who's ready to run this like a real business and start building the route of weekly clients. Here's what you're upgrading: a spring-loaded or ergonomic long-handle scooper, saves your back and you'll appreciate it once you're doing 5+ yards a day. A rolling cart or bin with wheels. It makes it way easier to haul tools and waste from a backyard to the curb. Odor control products or bucket liners. Trust me, the more jobs you take on, the more important smell control starts to become. Branded clothing as well, a high quality shirt or safety vest. I like to remind you here that looking professional builds trust with homeowners. Business cards and door hangers, great for leaving behind reminders or canvassing new areas. And a simple booking website: Wix, Squarespace, or budget built sites, which is the AI QuoteIQ website builder. Highly recommended. This setup is going to put you in a strong position to charge higher rates and look more legitimate from day one. Tier number 3, scaled and systemized setup, $1,000 plus. Now we're talking about scaling. Maybe you want to hire someone, handle 40+ customers a week, or land commercial or HOA contracts. Here's where things get a little more automated and systemized. Multiple scooper kits for each worker, uniforms and branded gear, magnetic signs or wraps for your vehicle. It's going to make a huge difference when neighbors see your name all over town. And a CRM software to manage recurring jobs, route schedules, and payments. QuoteIQ is perfect for this. GPS routing or mapping apps to cut down time. Satellite measuring tools like QuoteIQ's Map Measure Pro, so that you can quote properties remotely and save even more time. At this level, you're building a route-based business that can run without you, and your setup will pay for itself fast if you're doing it correctly.